After all the talk, it's... shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards.
Everybody doing the same plays, man. Damn.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
On first down, here's Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
On second down, a run with Breida. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. Rosas' kick is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least she gets something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. To the front of this line is where my turn at. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up in the
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come
Ain't
in
got time
bunches.
for that, yo.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Cowboy, Byron Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That would give DeBrito. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins.
I fucked that up. I should have knew what was coming. I should
First
have.
touchdown of this Super Bowl. But the
That's
Dolphins
bad.
are able to
Suck
extend
into
that
that.
advantage. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Breida.
Yo, tackle this bitch nigga.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. This is Breida. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Running out of the gun here, Breida.
Stop the shit, yo. Come on, yo.
It's a first down on a
Not this game.
10.
Come on, man. Not this one.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard.
They run with Breida. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Man coming off back-to-back 2,000-yard seasons. Here's Jonathan Taylor with it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule.
Man, that damn shit is trash, yo. That man, niggas would not win without him too, yo. Because I swear to God, yo, everybody running the same play. Shit. We're gonna bust my ass for like 130 yards on this shit. It's like, niggas are sorry.
They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And goal.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now it's Brito. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Rosa's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Yeah, we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
To Ezekiel Elliott. He was brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 4.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
He'll fire deep downfield for... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 71 yards. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Allen. Throw left side complete. It's full.
Yo, bro, what are we doing, yo? Why is nobody over there?
Before going out of bounds.
Oh, God, man.
Gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Good fucking play, boy. Good fucking pass, all that shit, man.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it.
That's fucking crazy, man. Good fucking pass.
A gain of 32.
Why my fucking line can't get in? Why are you even coming down there, Simmons?
At the 16-yard line.
What the fuck?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The right hash here should be an easy one. Rosa's kick is good.
Damn, the deep ass passes, man. Niggas getting their feet down. They made 2 great ass catches that drive,
Drama in
man.
the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that
Damn,
this is
fucking niggas
unfolding?
not
You're
getting in,
exactly
get
right.
in.
The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Damn.
At their own 19-yard line.
Damn. Sure.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Damn.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll throw right away. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
So at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
Damn, bro. Gotta hold that block strong.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
36-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Again to Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
At the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
No yard right there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Third quarter of action, Super Bowl 55. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Here's a 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Ball carrier.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
I know, boy.
Patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. And that run That changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way up to the 49. A big run that time by Elliott. 41 yards. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2nd and 14. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this one
damn, man.
Too much contact
that, bro.
on that one, and it's 3rd down.
Xavier Howard on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboys 14.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And maybe
this nigga line back on his fucking
he's
team,
had his
bro.
way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Back-to-back running plays, putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24 on the carry.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
They run again with Breida. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
This nigga do not want to put him in the air, bro. He's going to hope he get 2-3 yards every time. All the way to 4 from the kick a field goal. Fuck.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. He's got a 1st down inside the midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I don't have so many plays right here, bro.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he is out of bounds, but not
man, yo, bro, Allen can throw that bitch in there, because obviously his pass is too fast and I can't get there. That's a fucking corner, and that's a, yo, you back there, bro, Jackson. Same plays, bro.
Down, here's Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. We've had some wild Super Bowl finishes recently. 49 in Arizona, 51 in Houston, now this one. Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A 45-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And the sideline.
Yeah, I thought that shit was on icing. That shit didn't even icing, yo. Oh.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them
that hurt. I thought that was on icing, man.
That their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Good game.
And that one, it's going to hurt.